Hi everyone, it's Jordan again, and for today, I thought it might be cool to read another one of the devotionals that I've written. So thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to do that, and I thought that might be fun. So I entitled this one Names, and the Bible verse I put with it is Psalm 9:10. And those who know your name put their trust in you. Do you know what your name means? My best friend reminds me all the time that my name, Jordan, means descending. That's literally her nickname for me. Like every time we talk, she's gonna call me that. I was named after the Jordan River in the Bible, which descends into the Dead Sea. How it's got the name. Many cool things happened in the Bible regarding the Jordan River, though, by the way, including Jesus' baptism. Just wanted to throw that in there. What's the story behind your name, if you know it? Have you ever taken time to look at all the names that God has called in the Bible? And have you ever looked to see what those names actually mean? Much like the names that we each have, or honestly maybe even more so in biblical times, each name has a specific meaning and reasoning for it. God didn't put those names in the Bible for himself, to bulk up his own reputation or give himself more credentials. Instead, he put those names in there because he knew that we would need each and every one of them in our lives. Let's look at a few examples. If you're feeling alone, remember that he is Emmanuel, which means God with us. That's found in Matthew 1:23. Each and every one of these I've taken from a specific passage of the Bible where God is referred to by this name. If you're feeling afraid or anxious, remember that he is the Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9:6 tells us that. If you're feeling invisible or unknown, he is the God who sees. Genesis 16:13. If you're in need of provision, he is your provider. Found in Genesis 22:14, that verse is. If you think you've made too many mistakes or gone too far, he is your redeemer. Psalm 78:35. If you're feeling unloved or unlovable, he's your Abba, which means Father. And he loves you more than you can imagine. Romans 8:15. Do you see how each one means something? How each one speaks to a struggle or a difficulty that we might be wrestling with? I love how God does this. He knows what we feel. He knows what we're going through. And he's already shown that whatever we need, he is. These are just a few examples, but I encourage you to go through and find your own that speak to you. Look at all the names of God and thank him for what each one says about him. The question that I put at the bottom is, which one listed here means the most to you and why? I'll go through them again real quick. That God is your Emmanuel, which means God with us. That God is your Prince of Peace. That he's the God who sees you. That he's your provider, that he's your redeemer, that he is your Abba Father who loves you. Which one of those speaks to you? Or if it's not any of those, then I encourage you to go and find your own. Write out what you're dealing with or what you're struggling with the most, and then search the scriptures to find a promise of God, a name of God that he puts in there that speaks to it. And I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what that sentence would look like for you. But I am still very confident that there is something in the Bible, that there is something in God's character that speaks directly to it. You say, well, Jordan, how do you know that? You don't know who I am. You don't know my story. And that's true. I don't know your story. I don't know you, but I do know God. And I do know that God is everything that we need. And I was thinking about this and I was trying to honestly figure out what was it in myself that loved this idea so much. Because I just love looking at the names of God and seeing how each one speaks to something we're going through. And I don't know why that's such a passion of mine. I was trying to figure it out. Why does that mean so much to me? And I think the answer that I come up with is the fact that it's very easy to say, and I've even said it multiple times, that God is everything that I need. God is all that we need. God's got this. And those are wonderful statements. And those are very true statements. But to me, looking at these specific examples makes it a little bit more tangible. I hope it's all right to say that. To me, this is just beautiful. Because this is a tangible way of God saying, yes, I'm everything that you need. Yes, I'm everything that you need. I am the complete, full version of everything that you need. It's all found solely in me, fully in me. And see, the beauty is that God tells us that, and God offers to be that for us if we are willing. That God offers to be everything that we need. And each and every one of these examples and all the other ones that are throughout the Bible that I didn't put in there, that I encourage you to go look through if you want to, those are all just examples of how God is saying, yeah, you know what? I'm everything that you need, and I am right here. You're feeling anxious? Okay, I'm your Prince of Peace. I'm all you need right here. You're feeling like you've done too many bad things in your life, you've made too many mistakes? Okay, I'm your Redeemer, and I'm right here. Every feeling that we have, every emotion, every struggle, every avenue that our mind wanders down, which for me is a lot, believe me, God is everything that we need for all of those. And these are examples of that. Each name of God is put in there so that we would know that. So that we would find the answer to all of what the problems that we're going through in Him alone. And honestly, I wonder what it is for you, and it can change. It does change all the time. For me for sure. What we need to know that God is, it changes. For this past week, I think the thing that I need most is that He's my Prince of Peace. But maybe next week I will need to know that He is God with us, Emmanuel. I don't know what next week will hold. But whatever it is, God is the fulfillment of it. And the verse that I put at the very top was important to me. Psalm 9:10, and those who know your name put their trust in you. I want that to be what this devotion kind of encapsulates, is that, yes, we learn all these names of God, and we realize that He's the fulfillment of every longing and every desire and every struggle and every need that we have, that He's the answer to all of those. And then what does that do? At least for me, I know that name, and that builds my trust in Him. That helps me to understand Him better and see Him better, and makes me love Him more to know all of those things. So I hope you like that. Thanks for letting me share another one of my personal devotions. Look at all the names of God and thank God for each and every one of them, because each and every one of them is God talking to you, is God reaching out to you, and each one is an incredible blessing. God is good all the time. I love you guys. Bye.